24 September 1939. Captain Lieutenant Kruger, commanding U-48. We've completed 3 perfect patrols, so BDU must think my crew is ready. This time, we're headed to the Celtic Sea, grid AM79 to BF15. About 5 days out from Wilhelmshaven. Typical patrol, 2,200 kilometers, 7,000 tons. And a battleship. Or at least that's the rumor. Apparently, the HMS Nelson is in the area, and it would be very nice to get that prize. We'll see. As for the boat, we're well stocked. More medical kits, spare parts, sausages, cheese, fish. The men are going to think that this is some pleasure cruise. But times are good, and the prize cash is more than enough to keep the boat well provisioned and the men happy. Speaking of the men, the new officer, Lieutenant Heinrich, has been assigned to headquarters. He's still part of the crew, but he's helping with research for accumulators, which should increase the capacity of our electric engine. As for my other officers, Kraus received more training for the deck gun, since he's been the main gunner for this assignment, and will continue to be so for the duration. Bauer? He seems to have a skill for leadership that Vonnegut does not have. If I assign him assistants, he can handle more than one, unlike Vonnegut, and we need that kind of leadership in the engine room. And as for Vonnegut, well, he'll take care of the torpedoes and their maintenance. I think that job suits him better anyway. He's always had an eye for small engine detail, and he's quite thorough when it comes to warhead maintenance. He'll be fine there. Steinman will stay on the hydrophone and radio, of course. I think he has the best ears in the Kriegsmarine, and he completed more training as we waited the last couple of days for repairs, maintenance, and restocking the boat. I feel very fortunate to have him aboard. We're still 3 days out from our patrol sector, and we still have to get through the English Channel without being detected. But so far, all is well. Nothing to report, and it's quiet. Let's hope it stays that way until we reach grid BF15. We've reached our patrol sector, and I thought I would take a quick look on the periscope before we go down and do a hydrophone check. Don't really see anything on the horizon. Didn't really expect to. Let's go talk to Steinman. Alright, we'll let BDU know that we're in our patrol sector, which we have done. Let's get down to periscope depth, and we'll go down to about 50 meters. Let's go ahead and slow down. Okay, we're at 50. Let's stop. Steinman, go to the listening room, and let's see if we pick up anything. Okay, nothing so far. So we're on the southern coast of Ireland in the Celtic Sea. We're probably going to do a patrol route that just goes back and forth like this to try and catch whatever, if anything, that's coming from North America to the British Islands. So we'll plot a course over here. Let's see, who's on the engines? Bauer. Okay, let's go get back up to periscope depth, then decks awash, and then get going. We'll probably do a few hydrophone checks along the way. We didn't get very far. We got to sector B12, and we found a tiny group here. Propeller noise. I want to see which way they're headed. They're headed away from us. So let's see. We'll stay on our present course, and we'll go full speed, get back up to decks awash, and we're going to need somebody. I guess, Bauer? I sent you to bed recently, but I might need you to get back up so that we can get the torpedoes ready. We'll see. I mean, I'm going to get close to this contact and see what it is first. Alright, we've caught up to the ship. We don't know what it is yet. I'm wondering... And it's still dark. I'm wondering what nationality this is. And can we see it? I can't make that flag. I think it's British, but I'm not sure. Let's get a little bit closer. Well, that's definitely a British flag. So this will be our first catch of the patrol. Let's identify the vessel. This looks like... This looks like an Explorer. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say it is. And let's get its speed. Alright, let's bring this up. Let's... Ooh, I don't know if we preheated any torpedoes. I wonder if Vonnegut can do one real quick. Let's go check them, actually. I'm pretty sure he didn't. I thought I gave him orders. Nope, he didn't. I thought I gave him orders to earlier. Preheat tube 1. Quickly. Alright, she's going to be about 1,800 meters away at 80 degrees. I'm going to get this going. We have tube 1 flooded. I'm sorry, preheated. Tube 2 is happening right now. Go ahead and flood that one. I think 7 knots. What did I say? How far? 1,800 meters-ish. Right about there, and it'll be 80 degrees off their port bow. Alright, ready to fire. Alright, she's at 80 degrees, so we've got everything ready to go. Let's go ahead and fire. Oh yeah, that was a good one. I'm hoping that's all it needs. But if we have to, we'll get up there on the deck gun. We'll just wait and see what happens. But I think 1 torpedo will be enough. I'm not seeing any life rafts, so I guess nobody made it out. That's weird because it was still moving along for several minutes before it finally went down. But I'll go closer and see if there's any life rafts over there. Well, she went down over here on our starboard side, but I'm not seeing any rafts, which is unusual. Okay, well, we'll continue on our patrol and keep going. See if we can find some more targets. Alright, Steinmann, get on the radio room. Opperman, you can go to sleep. Go take a break, whatever you do. And we'll send in these 2 messages. Okay, instead of doing some engine work, Vonnegut, let's have you load another torpedo. Once that's done, then you can work on the engines. And let's check the map. Alright, we'll continue on our course. It's been about 16 hours since our last contact, and we contacted another ship. It looks like it says Tiny Group 1. It's probably a single freighter, I'm hoping. We had made it all the way up to this grid here, and then came back down and we finally found something else. Let's see which way it's going. It's heading away from us. And so we will try and get alongside it. We'll right about there. What time? It's 9 o'clock at night. So I'm thinking, let's go up to. Well, first let's go up to decks awash, and let's get going. And then we might, depending on what it is, we might come up to. Come up to the surface. Yeah, it's looking dark outside. I'm just going to take a quick look around, see if there's anything on the horizon. I don't see anything, so let's go ahead and come up, surface the boat, and get some speed. Well, there she is. What is this? That looks like another British ship. We came up behind her. I don't think she sees us. I mean, we're really close, though. So let's get down to periscope depth. Get Vonnegut to warm up a torpedo. Tube 1. Alright, let's plot a course here and then go along the side. And then see if we can get ahead of it. Let's go ahead and have, well, let's wake up Steinman. Get him in the list, the radio room. Alright, Opperman. Radio room. And send this out. This is apparently that's a Portuguese flag, I believe. So we won't be going after that one, unfortunately. Okay. We'll keep patrolling, see if we can find something else. Alright, I've been told that we've spotted smoke on the horizon, so I'm going to go up and take a look and see what we have. It's a little after 1300 hours, and I'm not exactly sure where it is. There we go. Not sure what flag that is. We will get a little closer and see if we can determine what nationality. This is another Portuguese vessel. Which way is this headed? It's headed in westerly direction. I'm thinking about stopping her. I think we will. Let's go ahead and surface the boat. I don't see anybody on board. Okay. Let's send a delegation to the freighter. And we will send Vonnegut, Kraus, and Hochman. Captain of this freighter helps your crew to get to the deck and greets each member with the delegation with a willkommen, so welcome. Then he introduces himself as George Winter. He speaks Portuguese and knows only basic German speech. Sadly, that turns out to be quite problematic. Well, he wants to take us to his office. We'll go ahead and go in. Captain leads you to his office and makes a gesture, I guess, to make yourself comfortable. He then looks around the desk and finds some papers. They seem to be the shipping documents. He asks if you would like to take a look. Yep. You ask the captain for documents that state what the cargo is loaded on the ship and where they are heading. He is ready for that since he has these documents already prepared and hands them right away to you. He's looking a bit nervous when you carefully analyze the document contents. You can't decipher much from these documents, though. They're written in Portuguese. I don't have a linguist, so I guess we'll have to accept. We could search, but it is in the middle of the day, and it takes time to search, so we're going to go ahead and return to our ship and get out of here. I don't want to have the boat surfaced for that long. So let's get down to decks awash, forward, and continue with our mission. Where are we? Okay, I think we were headed back up to the northwest when this happened, so we'll continue that way. We'll do a hydrophone reading here in a bit. Let's get Bauer, wake him up, get him on the engines. Vonnegut, you can go to sleep after you're done there with flooding the tanks. Go ahead and go sleep. Alright, let's be on our way. Two days. 48 hours without any significant contact on the hydrophone. I was told this sector would be light, but this, if I wanted to put my crew to sleep, I would have stayed in port. I've lost count of the card games I've played. Hochman started a pull-up contest in the engine room, and I think he won. We've listened to London radio, English propaganda, and something French, I think. Starting to wonder if the gyrocompass has failed, sent us to the middle of the South Atlantic. Whatever the case, we need to find the British merchants soon, preferably before the end of the war. On our southeastern track, we found another, says tiny group, one ship. Let's see which way it's headed. It's headed, looks like it's headed right towards Great Britain, Liverpool area. So we're going to try and intercept it. And let's get going. And see if we can catch this thing and see what it is. Alright, we have an alarm, so I'm assuming that this is an enemy ship. I haven't even actually looked yet. I guess I should. It's raining. Okay, where are you? Can't really see her yet. But the fact that we have an alarm tells me pretty much all I need to know. Let's have Vonnegut. Let's get you warming up. Tube 1. And we'll continue to let it close. In the meantime, we'll get a speed check and plot its course. And we have an aircraft detected now, but it looks like, I don't think it's spotted us. I don't see it. I don't think it's going to find us in this rain, to be quite honest. Okay, we moved up a little bit, about 1,000 meters. So we hopefully should be able to see the flag on this one. That's a British flag. Definitely. Well, it tells me right down here it's British. But I like to look for myself. That is a bell. And now let's get its velocity. We're in final position, so let's get this set up, ready to go. We determined it was 7 knots. Flood tube 1. 7 knots. And 960 meters. So right about here-ish, sort of, and 80 degrees to port. Alright, locked in, ready to go. We just wait until it gets to the firing point. Alright, she's about in position. Let's go ahead and fire. Direct hit, looks like she's taking on water. She's definitely burning. Yeah, this doesn't look good for them. Okay, we'll just sit here and wait. It doesn't look like we're going to wait long for this one. I think I see lifeboats this time. Maybe not. No. Not yet, anyway. Okay, lifeboat's out in the water. Let's get close to her and see if there are any officers that we can take and give them some provisions. Weather's terrible out here. There's the ship. Still hasn't gone down yet. Alright, we're going to interact with the lifeboats and see if there are any officers on board. Lifeboat 1. No officers. Lifeboat 2. We have a couple. We'll take them, and then we'll give Lifeboat 1 some supplies. Oh, let's give them 10 bread, I guess. Nah, 8. Got 8% reputation. You're welcome. Alright. Sorry about your boat. We're going to leave now. Alright, let's turn and head up north, northwest. And go down to decks awash. And get going. We did complete our tonnage goal, though. Now we just have to go a little bit more inside this area, that our patrol zone. Can we get something besides this soup? I think I've seen this soup 5 days in a row. So I've been notified that we have completed our 2,200 miles of patrol. We need to get the water off the floor too, so we're going to do that and plot a course back to port. We didn't get a whole lot on this mission. I was really hoping for more. I think we only got, what, 2 or 3 freighters. We didn't even see the battleship Nelson that's supposed to be in this area. Maybe next time. Alright, let's just get back to port. Alright, Conrad Kruger receives new decoration, German Cross in Gold. Newly established decoration awarded for repeated acts of bravery in combat. Ranked higher than the Iron Cross, paves the way to reputable Knight's Cross decoration. Nice. And that's what we're on the way towards. So he did, let's see, the West Bank Park freighter determined course and sank it. Nice. Heinz Hochmann gets the U-Boat Badge Award. This was his second patrol. And that's it. Tonnage, we're at 43,697 tons. Probably one more mission, one more patrol, and we'll finish the first phase of this. Most likely. Okay, so we sunk the West Bank Park here in the Celtic Sea, and then right next to it the Elk Island sunk. And that was it. We just got 2 freighters. Well, at least we didn't get killed. That's nice. Okay, so we got a bunch of XP across the board. Kruger leveled up. That's nice. Let's do his level up now. His skill. What do we want to do here? So I can do focus. It basically lets me use the periscope 25% faster. Gunner. This is the supporter when stress on board rises to 100%. We already got Kraus for that. Iron Fist, it lets him quickly knock out guys who have panicked instead of trying to calm them down. Plus, noise made by the crew as well as by torpedo loading is decreased by 30% and further 15% for each assigned sailor to him. That's nice. Management officer may recruit an additional sailor. And navigator, I think we're going to go with management. Yeah, let's go with management. May recruit an additional sailor to aid him. Excellent. And we were getting kind of, I mean, we used a lot of fuel. Of course, we went out to the Celtic Sea that time. All right, let's look at the crew. Did we get, I think we were supposed to get one more. There he is. Another officer. I'm probably going to rename him. I did rename this guy to Kyler Heinrich, and we assigned him to headquarters, as I mentioned. And we got another guy, Bernhard Krog. I might leave that name. But we'll probably, he's a leader. We might use him for some research as well. That's nice, though. That's nice. Okay, we're going to leave it here. This patrol is finished. When we come back, we'll select another patrol and go out again. Thanks for joining me on this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again next time.